Alabama's oldest and largest bird sanctuary. Each year we take in about 2,000 birds, whether it's songbirds, birds of prey, or even waterfowl like ducks. And so we take them in, people bring them to us, and we are going to treat them, and then we're gonna rehabilitate them so we can release them back to where they come from. And so the majority of the time we're able to help them recover and put them back out where they belong, but sometimes it just can't happen. He was bought in the illegal pet trade as a hatchling. So when owls are first born, they're actually born blind. They can't see anything, and as time goes on, about 7 to 10 days in, they can start seeing things, their eyes start to focus, and whatever they see taking care of them is mom or dad. And so because of that, he had a human taking care of them. So he thinks humans are safe, humans bring him food, and that he thinks he is a human. So he is confused. He never had an owl parent to teach him how to be an owl, and that's called imprinting. So he is imprinted on humans, and he would not be able to survive in the wild by himself. He was actually bought by a man in Wyoming when he was a hatchling, and from there Fish and Game found out, they confiscated him, took him to Teton Raptor Center, and from there he was sent to us. He looks pretty massive, but he is all feathers. If I put my hand in here, I wouldn't hit skin until I was right here.
Oh, wow.
So he is all feathers. So besides him being imprinted, thinking he's a human and not being able to hunt on his own, he is also not from here. So he's from Europe, Asia, parts of North Africa. He does not belong here. So they are very powerful. They have a talon force of about 700 PSI, so that is a little less than a wolf bite. And Atlas, he is about 8 years old now. And since he has no actual injuries, he's so comfortable around humans, he'll probably live to be about 60. So the things that you see on the top of his head, those are actually called plumicorns. And plumicorns have a couple different purposes, but they are not his ears. So these guys are for mood indicators. So kind of like a dog, a cat, a horse. Right now he's calm and alert, they're sticking up. If something came by that he really didn't like, he would get really big and those feathers would be pressed down against his head.
So how do they locate prey?
So if I had somebody way far behind me and they were talking, I could say somebody's behind me. I wouldn't know exactly where. These guys, they have ears. One is up here and back, one is down and front. And that makes it to where he has like satellite hearing. So he could actually hear my heartbeat right now.
Wow.
So he really does not need good eyesight.
So I wonder, like we're talking normal, right? How does he deal with that if his hearing is actually, that good?
So he actually, since he can move each individual feather, he can choose to cover up his
so
ears.
he can just be like,
yes.
all right.
Yeah, so on Treetop Nature Trail, when I do a lot of tours, I'm like, they're probably not listening to me on purpose. They're done with listening to us.
So as far as, how quiet they can fly, owls are kind of at the top, right?
Yes, they are completely silent. If you look right here, you can see little combs coming off of his, you see that? They are called combs, and what happens is when they're flying, all of that wind gets kind of caught in between it, and so while he's flying, all that air is kind of diverted into separate directions and makes it completely silent.